This morning in our Saturday session, a return visit from Jason Isbell. Both this program and the top of the music charts are familiar territory for him. His brand new collection, Reunions, just hit #1 on 4 Billboard charts, including rock, country, and total album sales. He'll perform some of that new music in just a moment. But first, our Anthony Mason caught up with Isbell.
On their farm outside Nashville, Jason Isbell and his wife, the musician Amanda Shires,
April was the last time I think I saw.
have been hunkering down at home with their 4-year-old daughter Mercy during the pandemic. Isbell was supposed to tour behind his new album.
Closed session. Here's the barn.
Instead, he's been performing his new music in their barn.
Walking around at night, fighting my appetite. Every kid in cutoffs could be you.
Mentally, are you finding this challenging at all?
Yes, it is challenging. Fortunately for me, since I got sober 8.5 years ago, I have been working on the principle of process and trying to stay in the moment and trying to live one day at a time, as they say in AA. And turns out that was a pretty good way to live through something like this.
Isbell recorded his new album before the coronavirus outbreak.
What have I done to help somebody save me?
But songs like What Have I Done to Help have a new meaning now.
What have I done to help? What have I done to help not myself?
Tell me a little bit about that song.
It really just came from the very literal thought of what am I doing to make the world a better place that's not self-serving? And is there really anything that is keeping me from trying harder?
You roll it, baby.
While recording Reunions, the songwriter, whose last 2 albums both went to #1 on the country and rock charts, says he put pressure on himself to live up to his own reputation.
I don't think you even see it in yourself.
This was a hard record for you to make.
Yeah, it was. I've had a hard time admitting to myself that I was under pressure. It always seemed to me like it's a ridiculous reason to feel stress. Like, oh, you have to make a good album because your last album was good. It just sounds like nonsense to me,
Why do you think you were putting that pressure on yourself?
That's a good question, because I thought, well, this is the only thing that really matters in my life anyway, is how good I am at writing songs and making records and touring and playing. Now I don't feel that way, because I've got a wife and a daughter, and those things are more important to me than my work.
Isbell has appreciated being home with his wife and daughter the past 2 months, but he does miss touring. I think part of the reason people are getting a little grumpy is because no one really has an idea how long it's going to last.
Yeah, it's kind of like you're in a really, really low security prison, and you just don't know when they're going to let you out. One day they're just going to knock on the door and say, you can go now, In the meantime, you can cook for yourself and watch Netflix and FaceTime with your friends, but it's still prison.